Hey guys, been a while. So I haven't really made a video in a while because just been living my life and I don't like making videos if I don't feel excited about making a video. I have had my motorcycle license for about 8 years now, I think, and rode kind of like here and there, but the weather in Washington doesn't permit for riding most of the year, so then it's like I ride in the summer a little bit. I never had my own bike. I would borrow my dad's bike, blah blah blah. Garrett and I just bought my dad's Harley off of him, and so we have a Sportster 48 and it's so fun. So I'm trying to get a lot of riding in this month, September, before it starts to get colder out here in Washington. So I have a goal to go on a ride every single day in September, and I thought it'd be fun to like make some like moto vlogs. We'll see. I'm literally just testing everything out, so I don't even know if this is gonna work. I bought a quad lock for my phone. I haven't even tested this yet. Attached that to the handlebar yesterday, and then I have GoPros, I just haven't used them in years, so I figured out how to set that up on the helmet. I'll show you guys like my kind of makeshift setup, and then I just attached a microphone for the first time to the GoPro today, so I haven't tested it. We're gonna see how it works. If it doesn't work well, I'll just put music over it, but hopefully it'll work well. I would like to go on a quick little trip to go see our first flip we did. My husband does real estate and we do real estate investing. Our first flip we did beginning of 2020, or maybe it was beginning of 2021, and yeah, anyway, it's just a pretty drive out there because it's kind of like country and stuff. So I can take you guys along with me and I'll show you guys my setup first. So this is what I did. This is my helmet that I love so much because bugs don't get my face and everything, but I got this chin mount, which I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. It basically just like hooks around so that you don't have to stick anything on it, but I don't know if I love it because then this doesn't shut all the way, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep that yet. But this is the GoPro Hero 8, nice and hooked up. I've already tested this out and it works perfectly. So this is the adapter for the microphone that I just attached, and I'm not loving this setup because you have to take this door off, and I don't think the battery will come out, but I don't know. I feel like there should be a better design for that, but that was the only way to plug in the adapter, and I had to attach that on here. Hopefully that's secure, and then the mic is just like hooked in there, so we will see if that works. I have no idea if it will. Here's my gloves, my boots. This is my dad's bike. He's coming to pick up this weekend actually, and they just moved, so they're driving this to their new house. Okay, so here's the 48. I love it so much, it's the best. But anyway, this is the setup that I did. Quad lock's right there. Like I said, I haven't tested it yet. I haven't really needed to because I don't need to have directions. I already know where I'm going. But the quad lock is really cool. If you don't know about it, I can put links down below, but the case to your phone just like hooks into this, and then it's super secure if you need directions or whatever. And then this is the handlebar setup for the GoPro that goes in the front. So I think I'm gonna hook up the, actually I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do 2 GoPros today just because I don't wanna be distracted too much. So I probably will take this one off just for today. We'll see how it goes with the microphone. I don't know. So I do need to go get some gas first, and then I'm ready. I always ride with the fanny pack because I just think it's the easiest. These helmets are like warm when it's hot outside, but I just feel so much safer in these because I don't want my jaw to break if I were to crash. But I never knew what that looked like under there. Let's go. Alrighty, just got gas, so we will see if this microphone works. Okay, so I watch a few moto vloggers, basically just females, because I just feel like I can relate to them more obviously because I'm a female. But one of them is Her Two Wheels. That's like the main one that I watch because I feel like she's pretty relatable. I don't know how long she's been riding, maybe just a couple years, but it's such a male-dominated, I don't know if I want to say sport or industry, but I think it's like, gosh, I actually just did a research on this the other day, and I can't remember if it's like 20% or something is female in the motorcycle world, but I definitely think there should be more. So I learned to ride from my dad. My dad taught me and my sister. I have another sister who doesn't ride herself, but she rides behind her husband, who my dad also taught. And my husband is now learning, and I've had my license for 8 years. My endorsement, I guess I should say, for 8 years. Okay, that guy didn't wave at me. Rude. My parents actually just moved down to Arizona, and Sorry, I'm just like blabbing. All of this is going to be all over the place, so if you don't care, then I am absolutely not offended. Not even sure if you can hear me because my visor and my helmet doesn't shut all the way with this chin mount, but we shall see. Anyway, gosh, what was I even talking about? I've never been diagnosed ADD, but sometimes I wonder. Anyway, so my dad taught me how to ride, and then they just moved down to Arizona. And so this Harley Davidson 48 is like his favorite bike, but he knows that I really like it, and I never knew if I wanted a Harley or not. I didn't really care. Originally, I actually wanted a, what did I want? Like a Honda Shadow Phantom, I think is what it was called, because it was cheaper, and I was like really worried about ruining a nice bike. I was nervous for a while, and he always told me to ride this bike, and I learned on like a cheap little dinky, I don't even know if it was like 700 cc's or something. It felt so intimidating to me, but granted that was 8 years ago, so I was what, like 19 when I learned how to ride originally, maybe almost 20. So he always told me that he wanted me to get on this bike, and I was scared of it. And then finally, like maybe last year, I got on it, and it's like so easy to ride. It's super smooth, and all like there's no choke, which I think is the most intimidating part about like those smaller or cheaper bikes. I'm not really sure how bikes work. That's another thing that I just feel like super unequipped to even talk about motorcycles, because I feel like I have so much to learn, which is fine, and it's not like my whole life. It's just a hobby that I enjoy. It's actually like a little tricky to talk while you're riding. I have obviously never done this before. I don't have like a Bluetooth headphones or anything in my helmet, and so normally I just kind of sing to myself in here, because what else are you gonna do? Oh, and I always pray before every ride. So dear Jesus, please keep me safe and keep everyone else safe out there that is on the road. In your name, amen. But I pray every single time before we go on a ride, just because I know it is something that can be dangerous. But at the end of the day, I guess I just do my best, and that's all I can do. Oh my gosh, see, I am like forgetting where I'm going. I get like all turned around sometimes, and I've lived in this area for my whole life, so that's embarrassing. I just got gas, so I'm solid on gas. Anyway, very beautiful day. I don't even know what I was talking about like a while ago. Hopefully it wasn't important. I think I was just talking about how I got into this bike. Maybe he actually just left it with me when he moved down to Arizona, and he's like, you could just borrow it for now, but you know, keep up on like the service, maintenance, everything, pay for the own gas, of course. I'm an adult woman, so obviously I'll pay for my own gas. Then it kind of just turned into like, okay, why don't I just buy it? So like I just switched the title over. Oh, thank God, you guys are so nice. I love nice bikers. Anyway, I just switched the title over the other day, which is, taxes are just the stupidest thing in the world, you know, so expensive. And then I went to the place, and they wouldn't take card, which I thought was so silly. And they were like, yeah, so you're gonna have to get cash. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, who does that anymore? Also, when people are paying like hundreds of dollars in taxes. So they had an ATM, and I got to use that, but I'm like, oh, and they said, oh, and there's a $200 fee, or sorry, wow, that would be a lot. There's a $200 limit for every single time you have to pull out. So also I said, okay, so I'm assuming there's a fee for every single time that I'm pulling money out. And they're like, yeah, like this is so silly, for lack of better words. Lack of meaner words, I guess I should say. If you haven't noticed, I say and anyway a lot, and it's a habit I would like to get better at. Obviously I can cut that stuff out of this video, but we shall see. You're just kind of like in my brain right now. This is how I think. It's very sporadic, and I don't remember what I'm talking about most of the time. So I also don't know if anyone's interested in this kind of video, and quite frankly I literally don't care. So I've been on YouTube for what, 2017, that would be 5 years. I was way more regular in the beginning, and originally I like kind of, my channel blew up initially when my now husband and I were dating. I surprised him. We were long distance for almost a year. Oh, there's a bump. We were long distance for almost a year. I would go down to visit him as often as I could, but there was one time I surprised him and filmed it, and that video got over 1 million views, and we just kind of blew up after that. And then I had a coffee trailer for a while, and that was another thing I used to document on there. I just kind of document my life on there. And then it became this thing where, actually it was kind of during COVID. I'm like a chronic oversharer, so I don't really have boundaries with what I share. I try to be better at it, but I don't really care. Anyway, COVID-19, good times, right? So that was a very, very hard season mentally for so many people, but I like went through a really deep depression. It was pretty scary. Mentally for me, like literally the worst time of my life. And I know so many people can relate to that, but that was like initially when I stopped filming everything because I don't want to be fake on camera, and also I don't feel like I owe anyone an explanation anymore for things, and I used to feel like I did. I felt like I owed my followers an update on my life, and I owed them to know everything that's going on, and people would like ask me where I was, and I felt pressure to respond when like honestly I was in survival mode, which nobody should feel like they have to explain to people. And I know that you kind of put yourself in that position by like sharing a lot of your life for people to think that they have a right to it. I realize all of that, but anyway, I essentially decided I wanted to change that about my life. I didn't want to be so public with my personal life, and I still like social media and being like open with people, but I just have a bit more privacy now, which is amazing. So anyway, that leads me to motorcycle riding now, because I've been doing this for a while but not very regularly, and I felt like I just like lost a lot of who I was and the things that I enjoyed, which I know is like sad and depressing, but it's like the older I get, I'm realizing how quick life goes by and how sad it is to not enjoy it. So I've been very into doing whatever the hell I want, essentially, and not in a bad way. Like, I'm a very responsible person, but like I just want to enjoy my life more. So I started riding more, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do it regardless of if people think it's weird. I can never tell how fast these people are going. Pretty sure my butt crack's hanging out right now. It's actually probably not, but that's like literally always my fear. Stress me out. Alrighty guys, let's pick up the pace. See, the wind, the amount of wind that is in my helmet right now makes me think you guys cannot hear me. Yeah, it's so windy right now. Maybe I won't talk. Yo! So another thing I actually really like about having the GoPro on me, I don't really like drawing attention to myself. I guess I should want to draw attention to myself on a motorcycle because it's safer if people see you, but I don't like people staring, and I feel like having the GoPro on me makes me actually, they probably can't even tell, honestly, because it's black and my helmet's black, but anyway, it makes me self-conscious because I just feel embarrassed by it. But another thing I will say that like makes me feel better, for example, I was on a ride yesterday, and this car ended up just being going to the same place that I was, but you know, in today's world, it's just, people are sketchy, it's dangerous. Unfortunately, some people are just creepy, and as a woman, you're just always on edge. So this car was behind me for like every single turn for probably like 5 miles, and I'm looking at it in the mirror, and I took the license plate down in my head, and I was like saying it out loud, which I didn't even have the mic hooked up, but maybe you could hear it on the GoPro, I don't know. Anyway, it made me feel a lot safer because I'm like, all right, well, if anything happens to me and I suppose like the GoPro doesn't get confiscated, then I have it all on film, which makes me feel better, because the GoPro was actually off at that time, and then I saw that guy and I was like, all right, he's been behind me for a while, and it was just creeping me out, and so I turned the camera on, which made me feel a lot better because, you know, I guess I could still die, but at least it'll be on camera and there won't be as many questions. So, all right, so this is actually the perfect turn. Oh, it's right here on the corner, this white one. Oh wow, they put a, okay. Oh wow, okay. It's interesting to see how different it looks, like, interesting. Okay, so those shutters, here, I'm gonna turn around so you guys can like see it head on, and then I'll talk to you. I mean, obviously they can do whatever they want with their house, they bought it, but like, it's weird to see when people buy something that you designed, like whether it was your house that you sold or a flip or whatever, and then you see how they changed it and you're like, actually I don't like your taste, but it's fine because it's your house, so you can do whatever you want, I guess. Alrighty, I hate U-turns. Golden. And those shutters we made by hand, it took us forever, but they're actually so cute. I don't know what the hell those things are they put on there, those black things. That green door we did pick, and I regretted picking it, but I guess they like it because they kept it. So I think this is the second owner that's had it since we had it. But otherwise it looks the same. That blue fence was definitely not there when we flipped it, but it's pretty cute. So that was actually our like best flip to date. We loved it. Most profitable, surprisingly, because it was our first one. And that's all you get to see. I kind of want to go a different way home, but I feel like I just don't know my directions that good. I kind of want to wing it, but I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay, I feel my microphone like falling down right now. I'm gonna go pull over. Okay, so I'm sitting here editing the video and I am shocked that the mic worked. I just feel like I'm winging everything. I mean, I bought like things that people recommended online, but I'm shocked. It was so windy in my helmet and I can't believe you can actually hear me. And that was fun. I need to work on my rambling because I just talk about random stuff all the time, but that was fun. I enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys like it or not. I actually don't let me know because I don't want you to hurt my feelings. Yeah, anyway, the mic ended up falling off. The thing I had taped onto the side of the helmet fell off, and so I just took it off and I rode home. But now I just need to figure out a better way to attach it, and I will make more videos like this because that was a good time. Okay? So if you want to follow me on Instagram at Taterell, I post on there almost daily, but I post more like reels and stuff on there. But if not, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!